All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for more Jujutsu Kaisen. Good to see you, Ogata. Let's not beat around the bush. We got some more crazy Jujutsu nonsense to check up on. So let's get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reaction and review. Now, in the last chapter, Gojo was really working the ribs and working Sukuna, and it got to a point where it looked like Sukuna was about to fail until he summons Maharaga to pretty much immobilize Gojo and then allow Maharaga to slash Gojo across the chest, shocking everyone. So now let's see what happens with Chapter 233, Inhuman Makyo Shinjuku Showdown Part 11. I feel like these series of chapters have been this has been the longest set of chapters for one specific part that I've seen. Even longer than the ones with Yuki Tsukumo and Choso, the culling game. This is the longest series of chapters for one particular part of this whole big battle that's going on. And everyone is shocked to see Gojo get slashed across the chest. Yuji is looking surprised, Yuta's looking surprised, Kinji as well. And then Yuji goes, "It's not over yet. Sukuna adapting to Sensei's inviolability just made them even. But when it comes to wounds, Sensei is fast at..." And then it cuts to Shoko, who goes, "No, his healing is slowing down. Being able to fire red doesn't mean he can't use reverse curse technique, but his output is plummeting. Sorry, that's also true for Sukuna, whose brain has suffered damage, even though the opponent was the king of curses said to be the strongest in history." Oh wait, this is narration. "Even though the opponent was the king of curses, said to be the strongest in history, a thought nobody considered possible began to spread. Satoru Gojo could lose. Gojo himself was aware of that prospect. When was the last time?" As he's thinking back to Toji Fushiguro. Obvious answer. Yet along with the signs of defeat came an undeniable feeling of satisfaction. Being the strongest sorcerer came with a sense of isolation, so the source of his present sense of fulfillment was... And then it shows Gojo as he just starts running the hands on Maharaga. And then he proceeds to palm strike Maharaga directly into Maharaga into a pillar that actually injures Maharaga. Now, he doesn't spit out blood, but he kind of coughs up a little bit, so Maharaga gets hurt. Then Gojo starts speaking. Phase. Paramita. Pillar of light. Ugh, that cursed chant. He's trying to recover lost output. Curse technique reversal. As it shows, the eyes of Sukuna. And as he tries to use curse technique reversal, the whole area, a shadow erupts out of the ground, and a whole bunch of rabbits come up out of the ground. So this is the first time Sukuna is actually using some Shikigamis other than Maharaga, and he just causes rabbits to shoot up out of the ground to try and distract Gojo. Still hurting from Black Flash? Well, time for you to come out of hiding. Red. And then the whole place implodes as Maharaga and Gojo launch up into an area where Sukuna is as well. Maharaga is adapted to my inviolability, so it's on the offensive. Sukuna doesn't want me to destroy it, so he's on the defensive. And he's trying to make an opening so Maharaga can attack. And then Sukuna launches a fire extinguisher at Gojo, and it explodes, and it obscures the whole area as Maharaga is right above Gojo, and then Sukuna puts his hands in the same way that Choso does when he's using piercing blood. So apparently, Sukuna can use the same technique as Choso, because Choso goes, "That gesture, no way, piercing blood?" And then a thin beam shoots out from between Sukuna's hands. And then as Gojo is blocking Maharaga's blade arm, his right arm gets hit by this piercing blood. And then Maharaga tries to go and hit Gojo again, but Gojo dodges. Instead of merely providing support, Sukuna will also attack when Maharaga negates my invulnerability. That means this is 2 against 1. And what's with casually deploying a Shikigami's power without manifesting the Shikigami itself? Moves like piercing blood making use of Max Elephant requires skill on my level. Regardless of what comes with a domain, he can't use Malevolent Shrine and 10 Shadows at the same time. He may have been able to simultaneously draw on a Shikigami besides Maharaga because he's adapted to my invulnerability and has enough resources left over for a cursed technique. That means adapting to Reverse Red will take time compared to the cursed technique lapse. That's better for me than Maharaga restricting my moves. And then as Gojo's looking at Sukuna, he notices that energy starts to emanate from Sukuna as he goes, "Don't get the wrong idea. This isn't 2 against 1. Nue Totality. Merge Beast Agito." As this brand new Shikigami creature appears from right behind Sukuna. He literally just summons this shadow with his hands like this in a brand new shadow, a Shikigami of some kind. Merge Beast Agito. It's 3 against 1. As this beast that has it looks like a bipedal chimera with a feminine figure, Sukuna has both Maharaga on one side and Merge Beast Agito on his other, and then we also have Sukuna in the middle. It's 3 against 1. You look like a lost alien, as he's thinking of Men in Black holding a small little alien side by side, because that's how small Sukuna is compared to both Merge Beast Agito and Maharaga as well. What is Merge Beast Agito, though? And Sukuna is just smiling, as Gojo is just dodging all of these hits from Agito, Maharaga, and Sukuna's trying to use the shadows to try and catch him, but Gojo notices and tries to hit Sukuna, who dodges out of the way, as both Maharaga and Agito continue to try and hit Gojo. And then Gojo jumps back and he just puts his fingers together and he goes, "Red." And both Maharaga and Agito get hit by red. It's not having much effect, and not just because my output's low. I had only hit it with red once, and not even directly. So maybe Maharaga's adaptation isn't all for nothing, but happens in gradations. That leaves one way to erase Maharaga in a single blow. It takes time, and Sukuna is wary of it. That's why he keeps attacking instead of adapting to red. But there's no other choice. I'll have to finish this with Unlimited Hollow. What? What is Unlimited Hollow? I know of... This is a new move. Oh, we're about to see a new move! We're about to see a new move from Gojo! Unlimited Hollow! What? We're about to get a brand new move. Agito looks like a weird version of the Men in Black bug villain. We're about to get a brand new move. Unlimited Hollow? What sort of move is this? This isn't Unlimited Void because he can't use it because Maharaga's already adapted to it. They all adapted to it. And he hasn't used Hollow Purple ever since he started this fight against Sukuna in the beginning. But what is Unlimited Hollow? See, if it was Unlimited Hollow Purple, it would give me a rough idea. But there's no purple here. It's just called Unlimited Hollow. But what if that's what Sukuna is counting on? I mean, Gojo did say that Sukuna is wary of it. It takes time because he says that leaves one way to erase Mahoraga in a single blow. It takes time, and Sukuna is wary of it. So Sukuna is aware of this type of technique that Gojo's about to use. Now he says unlimited hollow, though. That's why he keeps attacking instead of adapting to red, but there's no other choice. So Sukuna is aware of what Gojo's about to do, but this doesn't seem like just regular hollow purple to me. This seems like it's going beyond that. Okay. All right. Okay, you got my attention. But I have to talk about how, despite everything that's happening, Gojo's fine. He's just got a little blood on his face from, him getting slashed, but that's it. And he's still operating. And not only that, but we get a brand new Shikigami called Agito. We don't know the full scope of the abilities of Agito, but it really does look like a physical type of Shikigami. And we also find out that Sukuna is able to use piercing blood just like Choso, which shouldn't be possible given the fact that Choso's like a painting death wound that has like that unique blood ability. But this isn't the first time we've seen Sukuna copy the ability of another curse or another curse user. So he basically just copied piercing blood. And it hits Gojo, but it doesn't do any lasting damage. His arm is just bleeding a little bit. But his arm is just bleeding a little bit, but it's not anything major. It seems like that beam was meant to take off Gojo's arm, but Gojo is just that tough. So it's only bleeding just a little bit. But despite everything else that's going on, but first off, this chapter starts with the narration of, even though the opponent was the king of curses, said to be the strongest in history, a thought nobody considered possible began to spread. Satoru Gojo could lose. Gojo himself was aware of that prospect. So Gojo isn't going in here just completely absent-minded with the thought that, I'm going to be completely fine and everything. But he's aware that there's a possibility. He's aware of all possibilities of what could happen in this fight. He could win or he could lose. He's aware of it. And the last time he got close to this level was with Toji Fushiguro. Mind you, Toji Fushiguro was a special case due to him having heavenly restriction on him, which enabled him to be the only person capable of bringing Gojo to that state that allowed him to fully understand positive and negative cursed energy, which allowed him to perfect all of his techniques, pretty much be able to use all of his techniques, and even use Hollow Purple against Fushiguro back then. Now Gojo's being pushed in the same corner that allowed him to defeat an individual who was literally the perfect person to go up against curse users. Now Gojo's being pushed into that same corner that brought him to a higher plane of mental thinking that would permeate his whole being for the rest of the series. Now Gojo's being pushed by the King of Curses himself to a new stage with Unlimited Hollow. I don't know what Unlimited Hollow is because I don't think we've seen it before. Hold on. And there's no break. Yeah, it's just... what we have is just Hollow Technique Purple. Hollow Purple. That's all we have. That's all we have. That's all we have. But going from Hollow Purple to Unlimited Hollow, that's a whole brand new move altogether. This was a great chapter. Oh, this was a great Sunday for chapters today. Ladies and gentlemen, My Hero Academia was absolutely legendary. And now Jujutsu Kaisen is setting up some new things for the future. So I can't wait to see where the next chapter brings us. Yo, Nico, good to see you. Good to see you as well. You may be coming in on the tail end of my reaction here, so apologies. But I want to know more about... there's a lot of things that just showed up that there's a couple of things that happened in this chapter that I want to know more of. One, what is Merged Beast Agito? What can it do? And how is it different from Mahoraga? 2, what is Unlimited Hollow? And how is it different from Unlimited? Is it a mixture of Unlimited Void and Hollow Purple? How does that even work? I'm dropping stuff off my desk. I'm sorry, but it's just so many more questions. And we're not going on break for this. We're not going on break for either My Hero or Jujutsu. So we get to find out what Unlimited Hollow is next week. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Wait a minute. This is the last week of August, isn't it? It is. 31st will be my One Piece reflections. Next week will be September. Wow. We got September, October, November, December. This year's almost over. This year's almost over. These days are going by so quickly. So long ago, I thought, like, wow, it's going to be a hot minute before Armored Core comes out. Now, Armored Core has launched last Friday. Time is progressing quickly. And we've lost... wow, it's just... it's always good to enjoy... It's always good to enjoy these moments. Enjoy life, please. If you guys don't do anything else, One Punch Man will be on break till mid-September. That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. Because the 2 chapters we recently got of One Punch Man were so close together that a more extensive break was pretty much inevitable. But please, everyone, live. If you can, if you're able to, enjoy life. Tomorrow is not promised. We lost Terry Funk. We lost Bob Barker. We lost Bray Wyatt. We lost Arlene Sorkin. You know, the original Harley Quinn from Batman. We lost her as well. Just live life. Enjoy life. So that way you leave something for everyone to look back on and just so that they can smile when they remember you when it's our time. Live. Enjoy life, live, laugh, love. I know that's a corny little thing that you see up inside of people's homes, but it rings true. Enjoy life, be happy, and just live life to the fullest. Today was a good day, both at church, both for My Hero Academia, and both for Jujutsu as well. I have to say that it is an immense honor and privilege to do what I love. Do what I love doing that it lets me enjoy life and bring it to all of you with my voice acting and everything else that I do for this series. Thank you for your continued support in any way that you show it. It means the world to me. All I can say to everyone right now at the end of the day is hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today and you haven't done so already, then please, because it's also free and it helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.